The history of the labor movement has been a history of struggle. Every step of the way, unions have had to fight for recognition, fight for the rights of workers. That same sense of struggle also characterized the campaign for civil rights. Martin Luther King recognized that the campaign to overturn centuries of injustice could wait no longer. It was time for action. Dr. King often found himself at the forefront of union activities. His work in New York with local 1199 RWDSU provides the perfect example of his deep-rooted commitment to American workers.
Somewhere in life, people of justice and goodwill come to see the dignity of labor. And somewhere they come to see that if that person working in the hospital, even if you happen to be a janitor in the hospital, is in the final analysis as significant as the physician, because if he doesn't do his job, germs can develop which can be as injurious to the patient as anybody else.
In 1964, Martin Luther King went to the aid of the chemical workers who were engaged in a struggle with hostile management at a Scripto plant in Georgia. His presence and eloquence helped turn the tide. In the end, skilled and semi-skilled workers joined hands. Management relented. Union membership skyrocketed.
We can get much more through an organized effort than we can get through individual effort. Every Negro and every white person up to Scripto ought to be supporting the labor union. It's no accident Scripto is fighting not to deduct the wage dues from the salaries of the individual. It's no accident, because they don't want a labor union up there, because they know they've got to treat you right.
History is filled with cruel twists. Success is all too often tinged with tragedy. And sometimes the price of victory involves the ultimate sacrifice. The ongoing quest for worker rights and human dignity brought Martin Luther King to Memphis in 1968 during a 9-week-old sanitation strike. When he arrived, conditions were deteriorating. The strike had taken its toll. Garbage lay strewn in the streets. The faces of the city's sanitation workers told a painful story. The story of AFSCME members who had been forced to fight for their rights. Martin Luther King came to try and help secure those rights. Once again, he spoke of the parallel between civil rights and labor.
But let me say to you tonight that whenever you are engaged in work that serves humanity and is for the building of humanity, it has dignity and it has worth. You are reminding the nation that it is a crime for people to live in this rich nation and receive starvation wages.